Olympic champion.
So how long does that fight last?
Listen, my opinion, it's 1 round.
There's been some talk about possibly Joshua using Jake Paul as a tune-up to fight you. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know about tune-up. I think Jake Paul knocks him out.
That?
Anthony by murder.
By murder?
Yes.
Golly.
Might knock his head off a little bit. Like, it might be special effect, but it might, like, go out.
Like legit?
Yeah.
Boxing legends share their predictions for the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua fight. Usyk explains that this fight will stay inside 1 round because he has already faced Joshua twice and he fully understands the force Joshua carries. Usyk believes this event is mainly about money and nothing here brings real value to the sport. He feels Joshua needs only one clear moment to show the huge difference in power. For Usyk, this is not a competitive contest, but a quick outcome, and he sees Jake stepping into a situation far beyond his experience.
About AJ taking that fight. Obviously, it's a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
Do you see something wrong with AJ taking that fight?
This is just a lot of money, it's just a show.
Right.
This is not interesting sport because, guys, brothers, Anthony, it's Olympic champion.
Right.
Jake, it's just sportsman. Yeah, YouTuber. Jake do a lot of work. Special coach, special food, a lot of exercise, new.
Yes.
But this is guy don't have a mother fights.
Right.
Never
Right.
a mother fights. Maybe them wrestling, now professional, but Joshua, Anthony Joshua, it's Olympic champion.
So how long does that fight last?
Listen, my opinion, it's 1 round because Anthony twice, my fight twice, jab.
Very hard.
Yeah, look. You know, this is.
And still from his
This
fight.
is jab.
Tyson Fury takes a very different approach, offering one of the boldest predictions in the discussion. Fury declares that Jake Paul will knock out Joshua, a statement that shocks many because it contradicts the majority of expert opinions. Fury argues that Jake is physically growing, training with heavier weights, and transforming himself into a more solid fighter. He sees Jake's progression as impressive and believes that momentum sometimes plays a greater role than experience. Fury has always enjoyed delivering unexpected statements, but in this case, he insists that Jake's confidence and current rise could lead to a result almost no one anticipates. He views Jake not as a simple internet personality, but as a fighter who has dedicated himself to serious preparation. Fury's prediction remains controversial. Yet, it adds another dimension to the discussion because it comes from someone who understands heavyweight boxing better than almost anyone in the world.
About possibly Joshua using Jake Paul as a tune-up to fight you. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know about tune-up. I think Jake Paul knocks him out.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Why so? What impresses you about Jake Paul?
I just think Jake Paul would knock AJ out. I think AJ's a spent force, and I think Jake Paul's on the rise. And I like his new heavyweight look.
Teddy Atlas approaches the matchup from a strategic viewpoint rather than excitement or fan pressure. He acknowledges the massive strength Joshua brings, but also points out that Jake Paul is not entering this fight empty-handed. Atlas notes that Jake has youth on his side, and younger athletes often recover faster, move with more confidence, and are willing to take risks that older fighters might not. He also highlights that Jake's footwork has improved significantly, giving him the ability to move in ways that could make Joshua uncomfortable if he underestimates the movement. According to Atlas, every fight has 2 sides, and this one is no different. Joshua has size, technical history, and championship experience, but Jake carries certain tools that cannot be ignored. In the extension of his analysis, Atlas goes deeper into how Jake's mindset might serve him. Jake is still early in his career, which means he fights with hunger and has not suffered the mental wear that many long-term professionals deal with. Atlas acknowledges that Joshua traditionally fights best when he controls distance. But Jake's quicker feet and willingness to jump into exchanges could create small windows of opportunity. Those windows might not be big, but they exist. And Atlas believes that this possibility alone means Jake cannot be dismissed entirely. His message is not that Jake will win, but that Jake has enough advantages to be taken seriously.
While we look at all the advantages that Joshua has, let's look at how I look at where maybe Paul has some advantages. He's younger. His feet are a little faster. I know he's not at that level of a fighter. I get it. But his feet are faster. Joshua's feet are not that fast, closing gaps, getting to somebody. To hit him, even if you're better than him, you still got to get to him to hit him. Also, Joshua, last time he fought was over a year. He hasn't fought. He was basically retired. Where's his mind at? He got knocked out terribly by Dubois. Where's his confidence? Where's his mindset? Where is he? Is he taking this fight the way that fans are, overlooking Paul, taking him for granted? Yeah, probably is. Might be. Does that weigh in? Yeah, that weighs in. People don't look at those parts of it. And the weight. Paul's smart. He always puts clauses in there. I know this is the first time he's fighting a guy who's bigger than him and all that stuff, but he put in a 245-pound weight, clause where he can't come in over 245. What is Joshua weighing? He was off over a year. He was basically retired. Was he 280? Was he 290? Was he 275? Easily could be the case. He didn't have a lot of time now to get to 245. How does that affect him? Oh, we forgot about that. It's a little thing, but it's not that little. It's a thing that Paul put there for a reason. Again, Paul hasn't made too many mistakes. He's been pretty damn smart. I'm not saying he's the fighter that Joshua is, but I don't know if Joshua's the fighter that Joshua.
Lamont Roach speaks with a tone that reflects both respect for the sport and genuine concern for what could happen if Anthony Joshua fights Jake Paul with serious intent. He does not see this matchup as a balanced contest because Joshua's natural strength and technical experience create a level of danger that Jake has never encountered. Roach points out that Joshua does not even need to throw combinations at full aggression for the outcome to be severe. A single committed strike from Joshua could change everything in a moment, especially considering the difference in size and professional background. He stresses that the heavyweight power Joshua carries is not something an influencer-turned-fighter can absorb safely, and the gap between their physical levels could place Jake in genuine trouble.
Excuse me. My first thoughts was this guy's crazy. Not gonna lie. But I get it. Coming from a guy who's not a true traditional boxer, and to be able to have a position where he can fight a former unified world champion, former Olympic gold medalist, and to do it on such a stage where Anthony Joshua is a superstar as well. I mean, like, he sold out the O2, twice.
Absolutely.
I think. So, I think Jake is setting himself up for, a huge spectacle, and which is, kind of smart. If you're going to go big, why not go to the highest of the mountain? Why not? And I get it. That's what you call business right there. And I seen a lot of guys calling them out, from like Gabe to, other guys who are boxers. Yeah, like guys who actually beat him. But why would he settle for those guys when he could fight Anthony Joshua? So I think that's, I think that's smart. I think that's super smart.
Smart is one thing. What do you think happens in the ring, though, champ?
I think he gets hurt for sure. I think he gets obliterated. Something close to like Francis Ngannou. I think something like that happens, and it's going to be bad for him. But there will be a lot.
Andrew Tate keeps his message simple and direct as he reacts to the matchup. He states that Jake has stepped into an extremely big moment and deserves respect for doing so. Tate appreciates the level of risk Jake is taking and acknowledges that most people would never enter a ring with someone as powerful and experienced as Joshua. For Tate, the result is secondary. What matters is that Jake is challenging himself against the best and showing a level of ambition. Very few fighters, influencer or not, would dare to show. Tate's reaction highlights courage rather than prediction, and he believes Jake's decision alone earns him admiration.
Things before I let you go. Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. Your thoughts on this fight? And Mega One?
Yeah, huge respect to Jake. I mean, we all know what should happen on paper, but it's boxing. So huge respect to Jake. I have nothing.
Sean Ali, a professional mixed martial artist and bantamweight fighter in the UFC. Ahead of the December 19th main event in South Florida, Ali expressed genuine concern for his friend Jake Paul. Speaking on the Bro Ali Show, he admitted that facing Anthony Joshua is terrifying. Ali stressed that getting knocked out by a fighter of Joshua's caliber can have life-altering consequences, not just career setbacks. He called Jake's willingness to step into the ring against such a powerful heavyweight absolutely insane, emphasizing the real danger and risk involved in the fight.